they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets.
Hello to all my fellow golf enthusiasts, and welcome to this week's episode of Graybo's Giblets. It's Tour Championship Week, boys and girls. I'm Denny One Time, joined by Mr. Logo Man himself, Graybo. Hey, Gray.
How's it going? We're finally back on the golf podcast after some vacations, I think.
I wish we could have had a podcast last week when Fitz and I both chose Mr. Victor Hovland, but of course that didn't get recorded, and
no one remembers that. Nobody
remembers. We are also joined by the seventh best podcast producer in the 23219, Fitzy baby. Hey, Fitz.
That's very honored. Thank you.
Generous.
That's untrue, but thank you.
But he's climbing up those ranks as he learns how to use the equipment. Okay. Today, we are going to break down everything you need to know into this week's FedEx playoffs with the top 30 in the BMW Championship at beautiful East Lake in the ATL Shorty. We're going to give you some daily fantasy picks, some one-and-done picks, our outright winners, and we're going to give you We Riding, our best bet of the week. Gray, can you please start us off with a brief course update?
All right, last one of the season. We head to East Lake in Atlanta, Georgia for the Tour Championship, the last event of the season. East Lake is a par 72, about 7,400 yards. We have only 30 golfers this week trying to take the title. A big thing that you need to know is starting strokes will be based on their FedEx standings, and we know that Scotty will start at 10 under with a 2-shot lead over Hovland and a 3-shot lead over Rory. We have very small Bermuda greens, so approach will be key. Accuracy off the tee is key, not about power off the tee. And this course rewards good ball strikers. We'll also want good scramblers around the green. So what to look for? Strokes gained approach is a huge one. Putting on Bermuda grass. Greens and regulation is a big one I'm going to be looking at. Around the green, and total driving with emphasis on fairways hit are the players I am looking for in DFS this week.
Very nice. So, let's start at DFS. Let's start with our chalk picks, folks, 9K and above. Gray, who's your favorite at the top there, 9K and up?
Yeah, we're going with the course horse. At 10-5 is Xander. He's starting at 3 under, so he's back in the field. But if you look at his last 5 times, he has entered this Tour Championship a 6th, a 3rd, 1st, 2nd, and 7th. So Xander's going to be my main guy because Scotty's so much. So I want to start with someone in my core that has a chance to move up the leaderboard, make a lot of birdies. You're looking for a lot of birdies this week. Xander can do that. And, of course, I will have a little Scotty because it's a 2-shot lead, and that is a lot for Scotty. He's just really expensive. So got to have a couple lineups. I think some lineups with Scotty, some lineups with Xander.
Yeah. Harmon Fitch, you like him up top?
I do. Thank you. It's okay. I'm not recording. So, no. Brian Harmon, 9,500. Geography. He's a dog.
Geography dog.
He's the dog.
Playing in Georgia. He's a grinder. Not long, but he's accurate. T5 last week. 5 of his last 6. Top 12s or better.
And automatic
Ryder Cup.
He's on it first time.
Unlike Keegan Bradley.
Well, that's another podcast for another time. We'll definitely do a Ryder Cup preview. Anyways.
Moving on.
Dude, Xander, do you like him?
Yeah, so hate to agree with Gray here, but if you look at course history, Xander's the man, and then if you look at the fact that he's not at the top either. He's like somewhere in the middle at 3 under. He still has a shot to make a dent, and he just loves this course. So give me Mr. Solid himself, Xander Schauffele. So let's go in the 7 to 9K range. I'm going to let you say your person instead of me saying it. So, Gray, who do you like in the 7 to 9K range?
I like Morikawa for the price. I know he might be a little popular. I know his form hasn't been all that great, but he's playing for a Ryder Cup spot this week. He was not an automatic lock. He's in the 10th spot right now. He is a ball striker. He is second in greens and regulation in with this top 30 group, and he's 5th in approach. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But if you want to pivot, there's a couple guys I like. That's Tom Kim at 7,900 with good form, or you can go Connors, a guy who hasn't been great here, but one of the best on the tour in approach in greens and regulation. So those are the 3 I'm going to surround my X-Man and Scheffler picks with.
Bit. So you liking this range?
I just noticed when you highlighted all of our notes how good of a bit that would have been if you just deleted them.
I thought about doing it and then just hitting undo real quick just so y'all freak out for a second. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Henley at 8,300. 3 consecutive top 10 finishes. Ray mentioned the strokes gained approach. He's 3rd in that, and strokes gained around the green 8th there. I think he's got a strong course fit for Eastlake. And he hasn't played here in a while, but when he did back in 17, he finished 3rd. He's great on Donald Ross designs, and he's a dog.
This geography, I might throw an all Georgia team. Is Harris English in this field? I don't think so, but
wait to my long shot. And yours, actually.
With the unique format here this week where some folks start off with a lead, somebody who could shoot the best score this week might not win. It's highly likely they won't win. So I started thinking who plays really well on Sunday, but never plays well enough to win a big one. And plays really well when the pressure's not on. That's not as expensive as Rory, and so Fleetwood came to mind. I was like, I can see Fleetwood having a great Sunday, coming in 9th, but having the best score of the weekend. So give me Tommy Fleetwood in this format.
He's definitely a guy that can shoot a 60
on Sunday.
Sure. When he's like in 20th.
Exactly. And that might win you some money in DFS. All right, Gray, long shots under 7K with only 30 people in this. Obviously, these are all big names under 30K. So who do you like?
Big names, and it goes down all the way to like 5,000. But one guy I'm going to put in there, I think a lot of people were going to pivot to Spieth at 6,700 because you never see that. But I'm going to go with Hatton at 6,900 because he's a guy like Danny, you were talking about Fleetwood. Hatton can go on birdie runs. He can also break his club over his head. So we don't know which Hatton we're going to get, but he has a 5th place finish here when he's only 6,900. I also love Straka. I'm not going to steal Fitz's thunder on Straka here, but he's 5,400. That is way too low for someone that can win. He's dialed with his irons. If he can make a putt, he's going to move up this leaderboard. And 5,400, if you're going to play Scheffler, you need a guy that low to fit in your lineup. So going Hatton and Sepp here.
Yeah, Fitz, so do you consider your thunder stolen? Or do you consider your thunder still left?
No, there's still a lot
Who
of
do you like
there.
at this range?
As Sepp Straka.
Okay.
I don't know if he's been
I wasn't going to say where he's from.
He's a dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the thunder.
Yeah, that's the thunder.
Okay. I'm with you.
But yeah, for what Grace said, the birdie equity there and 5,400, you can get into a lot better lineups with that.
It's like this all Georgia team. I'm loving. I'm definitely going to play a Straka, Henley, Harmon.
Yeah, for sure. I honestly, I kind of like Hatton, but my guy is Straka just because of the price. 5,400. That's so cheap in this format, and he is a guy who can get really hot. Obviously, we've seen it this year. He can go nuts on any given day. So why couldn't he make a dent? All right, so let's head into outright winners. We actually are not doing the one and done because there's no more one and done. All the one and done pools are complete. But I just want to say again, Fitz and I did have Victor Hovland, 3.6 million. We moved up the leaderboard.
I can give a quick update on
Quick
the final
update.
results.
So, how did we finish?
Gray was just lingering at 5 for what seemed like a month and a half.
And 4th made the money. Where'd I finish, Fitz?
You finished 9th?
Woo,
That one is
just a
yeah.
bad playoff.
But Duke and Fitz, just from the depths of hell.
Never quit. Never surrender.
Grinders.
Duke finished 32nd.
Hey, that's a big move. That's a big move. That's
I
a
was
big
like 68th at some point.
That's a big move.
I admittedly had checked where I was the last couple weeks since we hadn't recorded, but I finished 54th. Got my first win of the year. Great form going into January of 2024 at the Sony Open.
Great
Really
form.
excited.
that was your first win all year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
In one
That-
and done. In one and done.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That
That's
counts.
momentum. That's momentum.
It is. Let's take that momentum into next year. Well, it's nice to finish the year out with a bang. Let's go to outright winners. And just to be clear to folks listening, 2 ways to bet this. You can bet with strokes or without. So you can literally bet who's going to win the tournament given the strokes in the lead that like Scheffler and other folks get, or you can bet without. The betting without is interesting. It's more what we're used to. It's like who plays the best this week. But the person who wins this might not even know they win this on Sunday, so they might play differently towards the end. So it will make for some interesting TV, interesting gambling.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it's very interesting because you're going to have to follow it.
Right.
Like no one else
no
is
one's
going to
report this for you. Right.
So,
All right, Grace. So who do you like with and without strokes?
all right, so with strokes, I'm going down the line here. I really thought long and hard about Scheffler, but it's just
Was he plus 110?
no, it was plus 150.
Okay.
It's real short, but I was thinking about just betting him 4 units in my only bet.
Right.
I just don't like that. That's not my style.
Yeah.
It's no one's style here at this
So much
table.
can still go. I mean, 4 days, 2 shots
Right.
can evaporate in a second.
And I will say this, like, Fitz does this a lot. He's very good at it. Well, debatable. But this is a great tournament to bet live.
Yep.
Great tournament to bet live with only 30 players. Scheffler, Rory can go down like 3 strokes, and they're good enough to win on Sunday. So look out for that. But with strokes, 2 guys on FanDuel, because they were 28-1 on DraftKings. And then I went to FanDuel and saw this Max Homa 35-1 on FanDuel. He's starting at 4 under. He is trending. Just qualified for the Ryder Cup team, automatic berth. My man Mad Max, great guy. And then Xander's also 35-1. He is the course horse. He's starting at 3, 7 strokes back. That's about my cutoff, 7 strokes back. I'm not taking anyone that's 1 under even or even 2. That's going to be very hard. It could happen, but they're going to have to play the best golf that they play all year. I really like Fleetwood at 25-1. I'm on Morikawa at 28-1 as well, and those are going to be my 2 without.
Okay. Fitz, who do you like with strokes?
Yeah, I'm going to ride Hovland again, just because he's in my good graces. He's 5-1 on DK. When I first looked at it, I didn't really think anybody below Rahm could catch Scotty. I mean, that's the last guy you want 6 strokes to.
Right.
But
It's tough.
Rory did do it last year, right? He was down 6 and came all the way back and won it. And Homa's down 6, so he's hot right now. 35-1 on FanDuel and Caesar, so I'll go Homa. Those are with strokes. Without, I'm also going to go Homa without at 14-1 on DK, and then Russell Henley, dog, 35-1. Treat me like a dog.
All right, I'm going to sound like I'm regurgitating a lot of what these guys just said. With starting strokes, like again, the price on the Hovlands and the McIlroys and the Scotty Schefflers of the world and Rahms, it's just not enough. So if I'm going to take a shot, I'm going to take a shot at Homa and X-Man, both at 35-1. Not outside the realm of possibility when those guys could get hot. With starting strokes, I like X-Man at 9-1, Hovland at 10-1, Fleetwood at 25-1. And if you look at like Henley's price compared to Lucas Glover, for example, Glover at 55-1, just seems like a lot of value in a 30-person tournament, as hot as he's been. I don't expect him to win it, but he's shown in the last month he's played as well as anybody. So those are the guys I'm taking. Let's transition to our final segment, We Ride, and this is our best bet of the week. Fitz, you want to give us an update on where we are year to date, and this will be our last We Riding of the year, correct?
This will be the last one. So collectively, we finished up 2.5 units. Everyone was in the positive. Everybody contributed.
Very nice.
So good for us. And, we took 3 weeks off. So that's not even accounting for all those units we saved listeners.
That's right.
So it could be closer
Love
to
it.
5.
I love it.
True.
Let's make it go up.
All right, Gray. So who are you taking with your final We Riding of the year?
Yeah, this was a pretty easy bet for me. It's going to be Xander is going to be in the top 5 at plus 280. Great value for a course horse. I mean, this guy is so good at this course. So I'm going to take a chance with that value and go Xander top 5.
Fitz, how about you?
Yeah, like that pick. I'm going to go Homa. T5 plus 300. He was T5 last week. He was T5 here last year. Starting at 400 in 6th place. I don't see that too hard of a mission there to pick up one.
And I am going to block Gray here and take the same pick so he can't pass me. You could pass me. But I'm up plus.
We're the same team. This is We Riding. We should all take Xander.
Well, I'm taking Xander. I actually
should take Homa, too.
To be honest, I was going to take Xander, and then I saw Gray's pick. I was like, cool, let's ride. So, yeah, Xander
There we go.
top 5 plus 280. I just love that bet. You're getting a lot of plus money from a guy who's probably going to come in 5th. Exactly. So, guys, That was our last golf pod of the year.
Man,
How do you
Well,
feel?
let me do something for the Ryder Cup.
I guess
we might do something in the Ryder Cup, but
Special.
we got football coming up, baby. We can get hot for college football and NFL.
So hot. So hot.
It's hot in here.
Guys, we appreciate you riding with Graybos. Be sure to tune in next time, which will be a football podcast to see how we fared on our last golf podcast of the year. Make sure you're subscribed. Give us a follow. Check us out at you can email us at info@graybos.co. Follow us on the gram at graybos_cards. Stop by our card shop at 214 East Gray Street in the Arts District of Richmond, VA. And you can follow us on Drip and Whatnot, where we break 5 nights a week. We'd like to thank you for riding with Graybos.
Giblets.
Send it in, Jerome.
Closed eyes when I go to sleep, I don't see sheep, see dollar signs. $100 got him beat the eyes for the 100th time at a money line. Brock Purdy was irrelevant, now I'm at the front like a cutting line. G5 to the power 5, Gray was on fire like it's summertime. I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window?